mark is the top over there. You gotta spin it.
Dad, look at this.
Wait,
what?
You gotta spin.
Oh, she's spraying nice.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe not so good.
Oh, dude, look, another screw.
Got another one?
Third one.
Woo! You're screwed, bud.
I am screwed.
Get all the big pieces here. All the garbage. We got that edge grinded down. All the backs taken care of. That edge. I sanded some more on that around the perimeter of where the fiberglass is going to touch. So we have a little bit more contact room, but see how we peeled that? That was that bump right there. And we'll clean this out, vacuum it out, and then we'll see where we're at. All right, guys, it's the next day. I went to the fiberglass store and picked up some 1708 fiberglass. So this is 1708, and then this is just your standard matte, right? So we got matte and we got 1708 fiberglass. 1708 is like a woven style. We also got some resin. We got some acetone, some mixing cups, some MEK. MEK is the hardener, and of course we got our core. And I also picked up some cardboard. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through and check over all my work. So like that corner needs to be cut off. There's some stuff right there that needs to be cut. I'm gonna also check on the stringers. I also need to sand the back parts, or the back areas of the where the old core was. Also, I got a small grinding wheel for the small grinder to get in like the hard to get places. So like back there in that corner and whatnot. So I'm just gonna pull it out, get suited up once again, and start grinding away. Cut off some wood. You see I cut some strips off the edge here. Got rid of the corners, you know, just kind of checking over everything. I also cut the centers out up here and right here. All right, I got this whole side here trimmed up. Got these pieces lined up perfectly.
Mix another
All
one.
right, so MEK's in there. What, more MEK?
Yeah.
A little over 5?
Yeah.
So we're doing 32 ounces.
Mm-hmm. Start and see where that goes. It is what it is. Come on.
Okay, let go.
What do you mean it is what it
The
is?
trim mark is the top over there. You gotta spin
Dad,
it.
look at this.
You gotta
Wait,
spin
what?
it. You gotta spin it.
This way?
Yeah.
This is going down.
The part that's trimmed.
Dad, this is not okay.
I know. So take your thing, just pick it up right here. Pick it up on the end. Pick the glass up. There you go. It's alright. Do the same down there.
This is unbelievable.
Now flip it.
Yeah, I got you.
So much for trimming it perfectly.
What do you mean?
It don't fucking matter. Can't even tell where it's at.
Why is that back down there kind of bowed up?
I don't know. But we need to start on the next piece. Give me some weights.
All right.
So we got the other side done with the core, knocked it out like it was nothing. But now we have both sides done. So the core on that side is completely hardened up and dried. This side is kind of in between. It's still drying, but next process here is we're gonna take some Bondo glass. So this is Bondo with fiberglass inside of it, mixed together. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill in the edge all the way down and whatever we got in the back there. And because we can't fiberglass, when we go to fiberglass over top, we can't fiberglass that edge. So we have to kind of smooth that edge out. And then I'll fill in any of the holes like back there, any cracks, pull a little bit out. Take our hardener. Put some in it. Should be plenty. All right, I'm closing down the shop, but we got all back there, this whole edge done. This side's done. Now we're gonna let that sit overnight, make sure everything over here gets rock solid. And then what I'll probably do tomorrow is sand down all that, raggedy fiberglass sticking out, and probably scuff down the sides to get this nice and even. So we're on the home stretch. All right, y'all, another day. I got these little pieces cut out for our stringers here. You go 1, 2, 3, 4 across. I got everything sanded inside. All 4 of our little, I don't know what you call them, diagonal stringer pieces. There was only 2 before, so I added 2 more. So we'll let that kick off. And then I guess the next step is to cut the floor out all the way back. Once we get that laid in, then we can glass everything.
There was one on there the other day.
3,500.
A Yamaha 40 with a console. The guy wanted $1,200 for it. I couldn't get to it quick enough.
Really? I got these little thin pieces cut out. Some of them are like in the crack and some are just on the bottom. So I'm gonna get all these soaked with resin, and I'm gonna take this board and that board, lay them in there, and then we got all these weights, and we got chains inside of a freaking box, boat anchor. I'm gonna throw all that on top of there, and then we're gonna leave that off. I might get crazy and do a little bit of Bondo, I don't know, but we're probably just gonna lay that in there, put some weights on it, and let that sit overnight. All right, boys, another day out here. Got some long sleeve and some pants on, and we're about to go to sanding town. I'm not looking forward to this because the Bondo glass is a little bit different when you sand it compared to like normal fiberglass. Makes you really itchy. So what I'm gonna have to do here is sand all the edges all the way around, and I'm probably gonna knock off that corner of the core. So once I knock that corner off, I should be able to make it pretty flat, and then we'll fiberglass this whole entire deck. And I already got the other piece cut to fit in there. We might have to go and cut this in 2 pieces. The only thing I have to make is the crossover beams, whatever you want to call them, that are going to support the floor. Now I probably should fiberglass the back side of that. That way that's extra strong. One big old sheet of fiberglass. Oh, this is such a pain. Almost done though. Almost done. All right, finally finished. All the way from the back to the front. That took me like 3 hours non-stop. And that was 6 full containers. All right, that was 6 different things of 24 ounces of resin to do all that. So now we let it dry, and then I'll be able to build the floor over top of it, and then we'll gel coat. I've been going on and off at this all day pretty much. It's like 5 o'clock, probably 4:45, and we got a lot of stuff in. So this morning I got the back sides of the floor done, and then I cut out these pieces. This is in the 1/2 inch, and I cut a 3/4 inch piece of marine out, and then I got these are 3/4 inch marine, 4.5 inches tall, and then there's a little 3-foot piece back there off the end. The stringers are fiberglass in. I'm about to do the hot foot area, and then I'm also going to do the top of the stringers, and then I'm going to lay the back piece in there, probably put like a battery on it or something, and then we're going to do the same thing for the front piece, and then I have to fill the edges. But I sanded down the edges on these boards pretty thin, so hopefully the Bondo glass it isn't too crazy on the edges. All right, first thing in the morning, got my suit back on, hopefully for the last time. I don't even know if I recorded last night, but we got the trim, not the pump, but the motor taken off. This is the one that we got. It's the wrong one, so I ordered the right one. It should be here today. I also ordered some SeaDek off of Amazon, but I had to take the motor off in order to get that pump out of there. We just got it bolted back up with the top two, and I just rolled it outside because we're about to sand hopefully one last time, and this should be the last time unless I find some imperfections or something. But we're gonna use the orbital sander with, like, I think it's 60 grit, and there's like some stuff up top there that I want to do. I want to sand out this floor a little bit, and you can see this edge has that overhang, so we gotta, you know, take care of some stuff here. I just got this back in here, and I sanded all the places that needed to be sanded, and I also did a little bit of Bondo glass on this edge right there. But other than that, she's ready to go. We got 24 ounces of white gel coat. I just dumped the MEK in it, so I'm gonna get this mixed, dumped in my pan, and we're gonna start rolling it. I say we get another 24 quarts, and I'm probably just gonna use this small roller the whole time. Oh, that was 24, that was 48 quarts. And we got all the way up in the front there, all the way to the back. 48 quarts, and it took me 40 minutes, so that wasn't too bad. Now we're probably gonna do one more coat of gel coat, and then after that coat, we're gonna spray the with the webbing in. So I gotta start getting that stuff prepared. And I got a brand new spray gun right here. Haven't even used it, so we're gonna test this baby out. Hell no, that looks pink. That looks pink. That dang sure looks like pink. I'm gonna go add more red to this and mix it. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, she's spraying nice. Oh yeah, this looks coming out nice. Oh my god, my heart's racing. Oh. Get back there. A little more pressure. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so dialed in. Oh my gosh. Pat yourself on the back for that one, Preston. Holy moly. This looks good. Perfect. Wow, this really did turn out so good. All right, Amazon guy just got here. He dropped off this motor, so that looks to be like the same one. The only difference I see is there's a little screw hole here, and the wires came out of the bottom of the old one. But I mean, it fits on there pretty good once you line it up. There you go. So we're still waiting for the floor to dry. I also got diamond like C-deck. I don't know if I'm going to use it yet, but I definitely want to replace this gray piece with something, you know, red and black. But yeah, we're waiting for this to dry. I'm probably fixing to take the plastic off, but we got to unhang the motor again, and it's only the top two bolts. We'll throw that motor on here, and then we're gonna have to figure out how to bleed the system. So I think you have to trim it all the way up. So we use like well actually no, yeah, we need to put a battery in it to do that. So yeah, the sooner this dries the better, I guess. But yeah, we'll get the pump on there, get the wires ran. I'm gonna have to follow the wires up into the cowling and see where they go, and get everything, you know, back the same way that it was. Take this off. But yeah, hopefully by tonight I can fire this thing up and the trim is working. And the seats are in. We got the seats out here. Hit them with some purple power and then some chlorine. But we're gonna have to do something about the seats, because this maroon, I'm not really digging it, and it's not gonna match the stuff that I want to put in the floor. So maybe we get that like dyed white, or maybe even a different color red, whatever would be easier. This is really a pain, but I just filled as much as I could in there.